Hello Reformers and welcome back to a world of ice and fire. Now, when we left off, we successfully captured King's Landing and we now have the message. All hail his grace, King Stumble Freemont, not the most, well, gracious name, is it? Anyway, first of his name, King of the Andals, the Roinar and the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms and Protector of the Realm. You have successfully claimed the Iron Throne. And so, what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be speaking to this guy, because as far as I'm aware, that's what I need to do. So I am going to be speaking to him, and he is, no, okay, you will remain in my prison. Apparently, that's not it. Okay, not entirely sure, because someone said in the comments that I could literally just go and speak to him. Maybe I need to speak to him in the actual prison itself of King's Landing. That might make the most sense. Anyway, the point is, what we're going to be doing now is I will be returning to Essos after this to attempt to capture some more lords, because I would like to make sure that we have a pretty decent... Actually, you know what? Maybe it would be an idea to change my main home to here. That might make the most sense. Anyway, I'm going to put him in here, and then we are going to have to, maybe other activities? Is that it? No. Okay. Well, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a walk around when it's not nighttime anymore, and then we're going to see if I can speak to him when he's actually in the prison, and then we will hopefully be able to send him to the wall. Oh, wow. Okay. Shiver me timbers. That took a long time. To try and find the prison, and thankfully I have now found it. So, oh my, the giant, get out of here, woon. Thank you very much. Okay, so now maybe I should be able to go inside. Yes, fantastic. Okay, so now hopefully I will be able to speak to the fellow in question, and I will be able to send him to the wall. Yes, you're free to go. That's not right. That's not right. Okay, so I spent literally 10 minutes trying to find this. Oh my. Okay. It seems like that's not actually what I'm supposed to do. So I have no idea. I know that a lot of people said that I needed to wait until we had the opportunity with that message. And unfortunately that has appeared, obviously, and it doesn't seem to be giving me anything else. So I assume it probably means that I need to move my main base of operations over here. And then hopefully my minister will give me the opportunity to do those extra things that we want. Because we certainly are going to need to reinforce the Night's Watch a huge amount before the White Walkers invade. Right, so I have arrived in Essos, because what we're going to be doing now is attempting to unify Essos as much as we possibly can. Now, here's the thing with that. I probably am going to decide not to attack Qohor, at least at this time, because right now, Qohor has not really done anything extremely bad, and I don't really want to go against their 200 Unsullied or whatever it is. If I can utilize my spies and get them to knock all of the Unsullied out, then I don't have to worry about that at all. And then I will probably be okay with taking Qohor. But as it is right now, I don't really want to fight 200 Unsullied if at all possible. Anyway, as you can see, you spot a single man riding hard towards your party. With a gesture of your hand, your men run to meet him. Intercepted by your men, he presents himself as an emissary from Talon, and without delay informs you that an influential man has died of indigestion, and that his family requests that you agree to declare an official day of mourning in Talon in his honor. You agree to such a request. We gain some reputation. Very nice indeed. Alright, so as you can see, there's a bit of a problem in Pentos. I have sent my spy in there a long time ago, and the most amusing thing about it is that every single vassal has now appeared out of nowhere and is in the garrison. And I'm not entirely sure why they're doing that, because I previously arrived and there was no one in here. There was no one at all. So I have no idea what's going on with these guys. Oh, what's this? Some of your enemies have taken refuge in a nearby septry after being defeated in battle. It seems the septum... Septum? Nope, that's part of your nose. Septon, yes, there we go, there, has given them sanctuary. Okay, so... you have enough prisoners and loot to satisfy yourself. I don't really want to attack that, if at all possible. I mean, you're losing 2 renown. I don't really care about that, to be honest. Anyway, we just... Wow. That's thanks to King's Landing. I just gained 130,000. 130,000 to the treasury. That is insane. That is so incredibly insane. Alright, so I'm gonna do things a little bit differently here, because what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try a 3-pronged assault. I don't know whether this is gonna work. It's probably not going to work, but we're gonna try it nevertheless. I'm gonna try and infiltrate spies in every single way. Oh, look at this. They want to... Oh, this guy's in Carthagar? I would have preferred to have sent him to the wall, but they're offering 34,000. That's quite a lot, so I'm actually going to accept that for the moment. And, yes. Alright, okay, well, it seems like I need to go back to Carthagar and actually check and see how many prisoners we actually have in there. I thought I had none, so that's kind of a news flash for me. But anyway, as you can see, Dawn is still on the warpath, taking things from the Westerlands. The Westerlands is not going to have any territory left. But anyway, what we're going to do is we are going to have all our spies simultaneously poison the well. As you can see, that's done. And poison the food stores at all of these places. And I hope that then what we will be able to do is basically just go straight on in, take one, take the next one. Ah, they managed to find that guy. Okay, usually that does not happen. Usually the spy, if you're at peacetime, does not get himself noticed. So that is a strange happening right there. Alright, so let's see if I can go in here. I just want to rest up a little bit. Ah, here we go, yes. This is fantastic. These guys are all leaving. How many are in the garrison here? Yeah, as you can see, they've completely restored themselves, which is crazy, crazy fast. But, yeah, hopefully we will be able to knock them out again. My spy is fantastic in Pentos. He's really, really good. As you can see, there's 0 now. I have no idea how many are in here, but... I would like to attack this guy, if at all possible. Let's attack him straight up. Okay, I'm just going to attack him. Deliver my demands, and so on and so forth. Prepare to fight. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so what we're going to do now, House Targaryen has also declared war against these guys, so that's pretty good. Otherwise, what we're going to do is just head in here, besiege it, call for a meeting, and say, well, surrender. You will be ransomed and your soldiers will live. And now we have the opportunity to take a huge amount of captured enemies. And I have no idea what is best from Pentos. I don't know. Mounted veterans, I assume, are pretty good. Mounted warriors. And I'm just warning you right now. I'm probably gonna make a slight error here, and I'm gonna take something that isn't exactly great. But I don't really know anything about Pentos, so I'm just gonna be taking what I think is decent enough. And they actually have some pretty good, apart from the thieves, but they have some pretty good units for rescuing as well, which is not exactly bad. Alright, so what we're actually going to do here, I'm not going to bury the dead this time around. I'm actually going to leave quickly and press on with our journey, because I do not want to be caught out, basically. That would be a pretty bad idea. Alright, so Shadrick is currently the lowest in relation, and I suppose I'm going to give it to him then. He is going to be very happy with that. And other people are not going to be very happy. Yes, he's causing quite a bit of an annoyance within the faction, that's for sure. Alright, so Pentos has now been taken. That has been garrisoned with 72, thanks to Shadrick. Hopefully he's going to appear here soon to do his fair share of the work. And hopefully I will be able to take this as well if there are no vassals inside. And hopefully my... There's only 42. Alright, I can take this, no problem at all. Alright, let's try and see whether they... Yep, there we go. They will do that. Thank you very much. And I guess I will actually just be capturing every single one of these guys. I have 736 maximum company size. I know a lot of people would prefer to see sieges and so on and so forth, you know, like when we actually go in to the siege map. But we have to realize that in a world of ice and fire, the siege layout is probably a last resort option, in my opinion at least, because I don't want to be heading in there and basically getting myself completely murdered. So losing, I don't even know, half of my units or something just in the setup of it all, that is pretty harsh in my opinion. So it probably will be, you know, going forward a thing that we won't actually be doing real sieges unless there is no other option. And there might be no other option with Westeros right here, because Westeros is, I think, the only fief that I haven't really had the opportunity. This is actually being attacked right now, but that's okay. I don't really mind too much about that. I just want to try and eliminate all of Pentos. Yeah, as you can see, there's 172 here, and I believe a spy is not going to work. But I'm going to send a spy in and see if it actually works. We are now losing people due to morale problems, but that's okay. Yeah, as you can see, this is going to be proving to be quite a difficult thing to deal with. All right, so let's have a look and see how many people are actually here. Okay, so Magister Illyrio is actually a real vassal in this mod, whereas in A Clash of Kings, he's actually just an NPC that you speak to for a quest. So that's actually pretty cool. What? I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised. Theon Greyjoy is actually here helping us. I'm really, really surprised at that. Wow, I did not... Oh, look at that. Shadrick's actually in the garrison too. How many does he have? I think he has a lot. He has 400. Wow, okay. He's pretty good. Okay, so he can just chill out then. He can just do his own thing. I'm actually just going to go over here. Let's see whether... maybe Theon is going to be doing a siege against the castle over there, which would be pretty good. I'm actually just going to wait here for some time to give my men a little bit of a rest so that they can gain some morale back, because we are having problems with morale at the moment. And that's obviously due to the fact that we didn't bury the corpses of our enemies, but it would leave us pretty open to attack, and that's the main reason why I didn't want to do it. I am going to go into Pentos in a second and get some more food, because that is pretty necessary, in my opinion. I think I probably am running out of it relatively soon. Alright, so is anyone here? No, it seems like no one's here. Alright, so yeah, we're just going to buy some food. I'm actually going to buy some pork this time around. Usually I don't do this because I don't really like the whole meat rotting thing. I think it's kind of annoying for that to happen. It's realistic, of course, but it is kind of annoying when you just have a whole bunch of rotten stuff in your inventory and it's not doing anything. So that's the main reason why I tend not to take that stuff. Otherwise, let's go over to Westeros and actually see whether we might be able to siege it. So look, there's only 172 still. The spy does not appear to be working, so I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I will try an actual siege. So let's see if that actually works. I personally am not a big fan of doing this, even though it is fun. Don't get me wrong, I actually really love doing sieges and things like that, but it is one of those things where you're going to take many more casualties than you otherwise would have. So that's obviously a bit of an issue. But there's only 172 here. We should be able to do this even if we suffer some casualties, and I'm hopeful that Shadrick will be able to defend Pentos from any interlopers. And obviously we do have Theon around here as well, so that's also a thing. Alright, so... Oh! What? Oh, this is not good. Okay, execute the soldier, I guess. Your men think that you are a strong leader. Oh, well, there you go. Thank you very much. That's great. I'm not very happy about losing morale, though. Losing morale was probably really bad. Alright, so let's continue. We're going to lose more people thanks to morale deficit right now. We are going to lose more people. And we're going to lose people from this as well, which is also a problem. But we're not losing that many, thanks to the fact that there are not too many in the garrison here. Obviously, using a spy to... Oh, kill them. We've got to kill those guys. Anyway, point is, using a spy to take something that is garrisoned with like 700 or 800 units, that is pretty necessary, basically. Because if you were to do this same thing that what I'm doing here against that many units, you would really have some problems. So yeah, that's generally the reason. Anyway, so yeah, let's lead our soldiers in an assault. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway, I think it's kind of nice that they do give you that option, because usually if you were playing native or, well, a lot of other mods that are not based upon Britain Water or based upon Viking Conquest, they generally do not have the deepest siege mechanics. There are mods like Gekkokujo, for example, and in some cases Warsword Conquest, where you are going to have those siege layouts that are extremely fun. Actually, Last Days of the Third Age also does a really good job with sieges and siege layouts, because they make it so that the layout is, shall we say, viable for larger forces of units. Now, I'm not saying that this is not viable. This is very much viable, but it's nice that they give you that extra little bit of flexibility, because if you don't want to go in here and do this, what I'm doing right now, then you can actually just wait outside, and you can wait until their food expires, or you can send a spy in and try to knock them unconscious. And you can do all that subterfuge kind of thing, unless you want to go full on and you know, attack them straight on, then you can do that. I'm actually getting myself absolutely murdered right now. It seems like Pentoshi archers are pretty good. If I get myself killed right here, I'm not going to be very pleased. I'm not going to be very pleased at all, but, well, it is one of those things that we basically have to do if we... Oh, no. All my people are getting stuck. Oh, this is bad. Okay, yeah, so this is one of these layouts that is kind of bugged. And primarily the reason also why I might decide to do spies instead, because sometimes these sieges are a little bit bugged in the way that my units are basically just standing outside, attempting, I think, to attack some random target outside, and they can't actually get to him. So, as you can see on the map, my people are just standing outside there. They're all running in one by one now, but running in one by one is really bad too. But, well, whatever the case, I think, in general, our skills are going to be enough to pay the bills in this case. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure about that, but we'll see. I'm a bit worried, to be honest. I'm a bit worried. I was maybe hoping that I might be able to get a, well, a decent... Oh, wow. I absolutely got murdered right there. Absolutely got murdered. Yeah, well, anyway, as I was saying, I was kind of hoping that we might be able to eliminate enough of them so that we could then force them to surrender, because we probably will have still a sizable numbers advantage against them. And I'm just very thankful that we are able to knock all of our people unconscious. Most of our people are just falling unconscious, so we will be able to restore them after the battle. So that's obviously very useful. If they were all dying right now, I would have already retreated, basically. I would have already retreated if they were all dying and not just falling unconscious. But I think what I'm going to do is I am actually going to retreat right now. And even though, yeah, we're going to lose some renown, we're going to lose some morale and all that stuff, I feel like it is necessary. We eliminated quite a few. That's actually not even that bad. Now, I'm going to actually call for a meeting with the castle commander. Yep, there we go. Now they are willing to accept a surrender. But you could see exactly how costly it is to do a full assault. So that's usually the reason why I will prefer to use a spy, even though it does rob us of the enjoyment of going in there and doing some fisticuffs, you know. So anyway, you'll be ransomed and your soldiers will live. There we go. Fantastic. Actually going to just take a whole bunch of units here. It is going to... I'm going to actually bury my my enemies this time around. I think that's probably going to be the best way to go, because if we bury them, then we're going to gain some morale and everything, and even if we do get attacked, I feel like that's kind of a worth it risk-reward kind of thing, because I don't want to lose any more units. So there's another 15 morale for us right there. A little bit of a helmet to take. And let's see, who are we going to give this to? We could give this to Lord Krastos. That might make sense. Let's give it to Lord Krastos. There we go. Alright, so we can now wait here for some time. I'm actually going to do that just to make sure that my men are reasonably healthy before we actually begin the burial rites. And there it is. Pentos has been eliminated. Now, of course, we are still losing units, which is pretty bad. And I am wounded as well. But I was hopeful that I would be able to get my morale. There we go. Okay, there's that. And we are now looting and burying the dead, of course, as well. Now let's go and speak to Silva. She is going to be healing me. Thank you very much. It's so invaluable to have someone like her in our army. It is so incredibly useful. Really is. Okay, so let's get some bandits here as well. Alright, so that's basically what we can do right there. And Pentos is under siege. I don't exactly know how accurate that information is. It seems like it is accurate, but these guys are not really doing much. They're just kind of standing there, not really knowing what to do, to be honest. But what we are going to do is go into the inn here, because I want to speak to the tavern keeper. I'd like to buy me and my men a barrel of your best ale. That's 8,700. Sure. I will do that literally just to get 10 morale, because I don't want to lose any more units as I am traveling over to Volantis. And also I'd like to try and get, as you can see, yeah, this is starting to smell now, but hopefully it will be eaten relatively quickly. I'm putting it at the top in hopes that it will get eaten a little bit quicker than the rest. But yeah, it is starting to smell. So, but it still gives 8 party morale, which is pretty crazy. Alright, so what we're going to do is, I'm actually going to end this episode off here. We've actually done a pretty decent job in eliminating Pentos, and they will surely... Ah, I see. There's actually one last fief that they have. I was unaware of that. Okay, so we're not going to be ending the episode off here. We're actually going to be doing something a little bit extra. So I'm going to be going over there and actually seeing how many units they have in their garrison. Oh no. Okay, yeah. As soon as I see the stocky farmer and the tall farmer, I know exactly... Ugh. There is a right answer here. And I am not entirely sure which one it is. I think I have chosen correctly once before, but I cannot remember what it is. Neither farmer is right. Oh. Okay, that gave me nothing, but didn't take away anything either, so I guess that's fine. Alright, so anyway, let's continue onwards, see how many they have in the garrison here. These guys are actually running all the way over here to try and reinforce it. As you can see, most of the enemies are taking refuge in here, so it appears as though what I will need to do is do battle with them. Yep, seems like... No. Why are you running? Why is he running now? He was all brave, and he was like, "Yeah, take me on, Elias." And then I was like, "Yeah, okay, come on. Do you want to fight?" And then he's like, "No." Then he ran off. Okay, well, whatever the case, it seems like that will be the end of this episode. And next time around, guess we're going to eliminate the last of Pentos if we can get these guys to leave their stronghold. And then otherwise, I think we could very easily take over Norvos if there are no vassals in each of these garrisons. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching and for joining me, and I will see you next time.